Hello and welcome back to another G Auto Repair YouTube video. Today we're working on this 2015 Dodge Ram 1500 Hemi, and it's in for a complaint that the hazards will not turn off. They are literally on all the time and you cannot turn them off no matter what you do. So this vehicle is kind of crazy. I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. Here you see that they turned off. The hazard button does work, as you can see, but when you open the door they just come on and stay on. Now initially it was on all the time. You were driving down the street and it was on all the time, whether the doors were closed or open. It was on. You could not turn it on or off using the button. The cargo light also stayed on, as you can see here. It can be controlled right now, but when it has the issue, it turns it on, leaves it on, and you can't. No matter how many times you press the button, you cannot turn it off at all. And then once you close that, that's it. You can kind of turn it on and off. So initially it was on all the time. And a little backstory on this vehicle, the owner said that the car was not turning on. It just shut off and it would not come back on. So he replaced the fuel pump because it was allegedly the fuel pump wasn't on. It was still giving the issue. So I think he hired another mechanic, and what he did was he was doing his own troubleshooting. I don't know if he troubleshot the initial fuel pump problem or not. I'm not sure. All right, not sure what happened there. The camera just turned off on me. But anyways, what I was saying was that the I'm not sure if he troubleshot the initial fuel pump not coming on issue or not. But the point is that he came, looked at it, and he determined that the fuel pump was not getting the ground. Okay, so the owner said that the mechanic was jumping wires down in there, giving it power and ground, and ever since he did that, these hazards started acting crazy like that. So he couldn't find he couldn't get the technician to come back. He said you need the ground is not reaching the pump, that's why it's not coming on. He told him, oh, you're gonna need a new fuse box, or TIPM is what is called here, a TIPM, which is underneath the hood. So when he did me the truck and he said all this, I said, well, the TIPM has nothing to do with the ground because the TIPM doesn't send a ground, the TIPM sends power. So after looking at the wiring diagram, I found that there is a fuel pump module in between. So long story short, the connector at the fuel pump module was burnt. One of the pins were burnt, which was the negative side. So that's why the fuel pump wasn't coming on. I've since corrected that. That's working perfectly now. I put a new connector, replaced that pin, and we're good. But we're still having the issue with the not the stroke, but the hazards. So he had put a TIPM on it and it was still doing the same thing. I told him, well, you just wasted your time and money on that because that has nothing to do with anything. What controls the hazards is the BCM, which is underneath the dash. And what I'm thinking happened is when the technician, see, there it goes, it just turned on its own, see? And once it starts going, that's it, you can't stop it. It just keeps on going. So what I'm thinking happened is when the mechanic was jumping wires in there, he jumped the wrong wires and he sent power or ground or something straight to the BCM and fried something in the BCM, because ever since he did that, this crazy thing has been going on. So I did a few preliminary checks. I did get a new BCM. I haven't installed it yet. I just got it in today. As you can see, it's right here. I got it from a salvage yard. Hopefully it'll be a plug and play. I'm not sure, I've never replaced one of these things. Hopefully it's just plug and play, and we'll call it a day. So let me put you guys up here for just a second so I can take this out of the box And I tell you, this truck has been a bit of a mission, because I ordered this and they sent me the tip-em for some reason. I guess they made a mistake, and then I had to wait another 3 or 4 days to get this one. So here's the BCM, and this connector right here is the inputs from the cargo light switch, and the, as a matter of fact, this has a broken, wow, ain't that something. This has a broken ear here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at that. Oh well. Anywho, this connector here has all the inputs for the hazard switch and the cargo light. So what I did is I disconnected this, and the lights were still going. So I know there's no short, there's no shorted switch, there's no funny business from this point back. It's got to be in here. I'm very confident. I'm gonna go ahead and swap these out and see what happens. So this looks like it's a bit of a mission to get to. As you can see, they already broke this stupid thing trying to get it out, probably, and they sent it like that anyways. So hooray for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and swap this out, and hopefully that problem will go away, and we'll see what happens. I still got to change the oil and whatnot so I can release the truck. So let me go ahead and start working on this. This is not a how-to video, and so I won't be recording all this, and let's see what happens. All right, so we have an update. I went ahead and put in the new BCM. Here is the old one, and definitely this was a technician error. I can smell it. It smells burnt. So definitely when he was trying to jump things, not testing the right way he's supposed to be testing, probably didn't have no schematics or nothing. He was just jumping things to jump them, and he probably fried that BCM. So I got the battery terminal hooked up, not tightened, but it's there. As you can see, all the lights are off. Just a sneak peek of what I had to do to replace this. I had to remove this trim. The emergency brake had to come out, and the BCM is right there in that corner, and it's buried up there, so it's kind of hard to get to. Nothing too crazy, but it's not a 1, 2, 3 thing either. So I had to take all this off, and you know, to get my arm up in there. So here's the old BCM. Here it is. That's the part number. The part number that I put is the same, except instead of AE is AD at the end. And I hooked it up. The only thing I did was turn the key, let it sit there for about 10-15 seconds. A bunch of little craziness started popping up, you know, the front turn signal out, rear turn signal out, this out, the check engine light turned on. But after I guess it did, it's flashing right now because I think I got my scanner hooked up. But once I did that and I turned it on, everything went back to normal. All my lights are working. Here's the turn signal. Oh, and the turn signals were flashing really fast, like it was burnt out. But I guess it just needed to shake hands with other things, and I don't know. Oh wait, the check engine light came back on. I gotta check that out. It had 3 codes, but they were stored codes. They weren't active. So I'll read it now and see what's going on with that. Hopefully nothing crazy, but hazards are working now as they should. On, off, on, off. The tailgate, on, off, on, off, off. And that seems to be working. So let me go ahead and scan the ECM real quick, see what happened, if anything. Now the owner did tell me that before they did all this shindig, the check engine light was on before. See, now we got impossible left wheel, distant signal received. Okay, so now we got some craziness going on. but we don't know what the initial codes were. So I'm gonna see. Those were the 3 codes that were on, but then they went away and now they came back on. So I don't know if it's just some craziness or I gotta drive the car or what. These Dodges are a little finicky sometimes. But anywho, that's it. That was the repair. We definitely had a bad BCM due to the previous mechanic working on it. He shorted something and burnt it up. So we got this customer up and going. So that's gonna be for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support you guys give to the channel, and we will catch you on the next video. Ciao. All right, guys, one quick update with the Dodge Ram. After I installed everything's working great. It's just that I had to do a little bit of playing around with the what do you call them, these settings. I had to go with using my Autel and change the tire size and whatnot of the configurations of the tire size, and I had to do an ABS initiation because I was getting some mismatch codes for the ABS and whatnot. So I went ahead and did that, and as you can see, there's no codes, no nothing, obviously, other than the seatbelt thing dinging at me. Let's go ahead and turn on the AC because it is hot. It is hot right here. Okay. And how do we adjust this here? Well, they gotta complicate everything. Mood. Here we go. All right, see, we get some AC going. Oh yeah, that's better. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to make sure I did that update so you guys know if you do change the BCM, you may have to play around with the configurations to make sure everything's okay. But I didn't have to reprogram, reflash anything, at least as far as I'm concerned as of right now. So I'm happy about that. Well, guys, again, I will conclude now. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video. Ciao.